Okay, the next one is this. Mr. John and his wife used 6,000 naira on the business. The business was valued and sold for 18,000 naira. When a VAT of 3% was removed, the remaining gain was shared in ratio 2:3 between Mr. John and his wife respectively. By what amount was Mr. John's wife's gain higher than that of her husband? So the question is telling you that Mrs. John actually has a higher share than her husband. So by what amount is her share higher? That's the solution we're looking forward to. So now let's bring out the information. They used 6,000 naira, so like investment, or let me call that the startup. And we say startup is 6,000 naira. Yeah. Okay. Now the business was valued and sold for 18,000 naira. So meaning that the selling price of the business is 18,000 naira. Okay. So now another thing is that VAT was removed. But before we get to that point, remember that they said that VAT was removed from the remaining gain. So the gain from selling the business will actually be 18,000 naira minus 6,000 naira, which will give you 12,000 naira. So this is the profit, or the gain. Sorry, the gain. Okay, so that is it. So now 3% is actually the value added tax, which is VAT. VAT is 3%. So this was removed from the remaining gain. So this removed from the remaining gain was shared in the ratio 2:3. But let's remove that from the remaining gain. So 3% of 12,000. 3% of 12,000, and we get here equal to 36, 360. So that's what we get. Okay, now so this actually is what was removed. So we have 12,000 minus the VAT. So this is the VAT, which will give us 11,640. Okay, so this was removed. Now this amount removed from the gain, 11,640, is actually what was shared in the ratio 2:3. So actually the ratio is this 2:3. This is the ratio. Okay, so the sum of ratio is 5. Okay, so now for Mr. John, let's start with Mr. John and bring this here. So Mr. John. Okay, Mr. John is actually, his ratio is 2, so that's 2/5 times 11,640. So let's see how much Mr. John gets, and that would be actually 4,656 naira. Yeah, you can check your calculator. That's it. Then let's go to Mrs. John. Mr. John's wife, you can call Mrs. John. So that's her share. It's in ratio 3. That's over 5 times 11,640, which will give us actually 6,984. So you see, her share is actually larger. So now the question is, by what amount was Mr. John's wife, that is Mrs. John's gain, higher than that of her husband? So meaning that we're going to find the difference between their two profits. So which will be Mrs. John's own minus Mr. John's own. That is 6,984. Put that 6,984 minus 4,656, which will actually give us 2,328 naira. This is the amount that made her gain actually higher than her husband's gain. So it's just this simple for you to be able to solve any information on ratio word problem. Bring out the information from the question, put it on paper, solve, get your answer. That's simple. Thank you very much for following up with JD's class of ratios. Our next topic will be percentages. We will also deal with word problems too. I'd like you to check out my next video. And also, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and also click on the bell so that you can also get notification for any video I upload. Thank you very much.